using cellular internet connections with Netcelero, the cellular signal strength is critical in getting a reliable connection and good speeds. The correct choice of antenna is critical to achieving this. There are 3 options available depending on your situation. First option are the small black antennae that connect directly to the CPE. There are 2 antennae per SIM card in this setup. The antennae are suited to situations where the CPE is in an area of good signal strength. The second option is a dual external antenna. It contains 2 antennae within it and allows you to use a single antenna for the site with 2 SIM cards. With the correct position of this on a site, it enables good speeds even at 4 to 5 kilometers from a cell tower. Generally, we refer to this antenna as being suitable for the urban environment. The third option is another external antenna and looks small but has the greatest gain of the 3. You require one of these for every SIM card. With a good position on the top of a building, you can achieve good speeds at 7 to 8 kilometers from a cell tower. This antenna is best suited for rural environments. Having chosen an antenna that suits the location of your site, now you need to select the correct type of cable. The selection of cable is very important. As the mobile signal travels along the cable, it loses strength. The rate of loss is dependent on the type of cable. For distances less than 5 meters, an RG58 cable will suffice, unless you already have a weak signal on site. For distances from 5 meters to 20 meters, we recommend the LMR 400. Cable runs beyond 20 meters are not advisable. Choosing the correct location for the antenna can greatly help in maximizing your mobile signal strength. If you know the direction of the nearest cell tower, then place the antenna on the wall that faces in that direction. If you are unsure, then install the antenna at roof level so that it can see in all directions. Generally speaking, if you can install at 10 meters to 12 meters from ground level, you will receive quite a good signal. Having chosen a location for the antenna, set up the antenna and connect a cable from it to the Netcelero CPE so that you can test the signal. Make sure you do this in a safe way. If using a ladder to install the antenna, use a cable the length of the ladder and test the signal at the bottom of the ladder. If a wall-mounted bracket cannot be used because of the type of roof or due to not having permission to attach the bracket, a non-penetrating mount can be used. This will be weighed down with a cement block after assembly. On the dashboard of the Open Signal app, it will inform you of your operator, in this case Meteor, and the mobile technology, in this case UMTS. The mobile technology is the first part to check. This must be UMTS, HSDPA or LTE. The second thing to check is the signal strength. Signal is measured in dBm. A good signal is anything between -40 and -70 dBm. -70 to -85 is marginal, and -85 to -100 dBm is too bad to be of any use. Now that you have selected the antenna, cable type and SIMs, you just need to create the cable. First, cut the length of cable needed for the run. Cut off the plastic covering about 1.5 inches from the cable end, and then cut and peel back the braid. Then expose a short length of the copper core. Take the male crimp and measure the exposed core to it and trim the core if needed. Place the length of heat shrink on the cable and then place the connector on the cable. Crimp the connector onto the cable and then cover the crimp with the heat shrink and heat to seal the connection. Screw the cable to the single pole antenna and wrap the threads of the connector with black tape and seal with a length of mastic tape to ensure the connection is watertight. To crimp the CPE end of the LMR 400, the cable is prepared as before but with a female connector. No heat shrink is required to seal this as it is an internal connection. To connect the LMR 400 to the Netcelero CPE, a pigtail is needed. When using the RG58 with the dual pole antenna, no connectors need to be crimped as the connections are pre-made. Only mastic tape and black tape will be needed to seal the external connections. As the connectors are pre-made, all that needs to be ensured when connecting the RG58 is that the cable connects to the main connection for each SIM card. The rear of the CPE has an earth nut to allow you to earth the CPE metal case to the comms earth point. For safety, it is always recommended that you do this.